All right, everyone, we're back. Princess Denise, Wright, with my special guest, Anthony Cates III, who's running for mayor of St. Petersburg for election year coming up this year in 2017. We're going to continue my interview with Anthony. Getting back to this, I want to ask Anthony. First question is, Anthony, why did you decide to run for mayor again? You told me you ran for mayor in 2013, right?
Yes,
Okay,
2013.
now why did you pick up your bed again and
Mm.
decide that you're gonna go for it for round number two?
It was time. It was time. Like I say earlier, why do we continue to trust the people we don't trust? And it was a no-brainer. With the help of my father and his wishes, I had to get out. I had to put myself back out there
Mm-hmm.
to take over this great city and make the proper and necessary changes that need to be made. We need to be more inclusive. We have to be a more affordable city as far as affordable housing. We have to bring career opportunities to the city so that our disenfranchised will be able to have an opportunity at acquiring a career so that they could afford housing, could afford food and clothes, and to feed their families. And I just had to. I can't sit back and let our now mayor, Rick Kreisman, continue to run the city.
Well, mentioning that, I'm thinking about an article or just a posting I saw the other day on Facebook. One of the things that I was concerned about, I haven't gotten the answers on it, but
Mhm.
it seems as though the formerly the Sylvia's restaurant that there's another food caterer that wanted to purchase that or something, and I think they've been denied. Did you
Yes.
hear anything about
Yeah, I
that?
did hear about that. They have been denied. I guess the mayor has other plans to put
For the,
something there. What I don't know.
no,
I
okay.
I can't speculate on what he's doing. It was several instances where he had the people voice on what they wanted, and he went against and did whatever it was that he wanted. And so it's not anything new to me that he would do such a thing. However, we put these people in office. We know what we want in our city. We know the things that we need to make us thrive as a community, to make us thrive as a people. And we just have to get out and vote for the candidates that has the best interests at heart. And yeah.
So it just seems like sometimes when we have, I guess, certain individuals in office that, as usual in most cities, that those leaders just don't listen to the people,
Yeah,
right?
especially once elected. Now they'll, under the auspice of, oh, I want to be a great community steward, they'll go out and garner your support, tell you what you want to hear, and oh, we fall victim election after election. And when they get in office, it's no time before they go against everything that they promised and don't commit to what they have said. And one thing that my father always told me was, your word is your bond. So if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to make sure I fulfill and make that commitment come to fruition. And we just have to, like I said, we have to watch and who we're voting and putting into office, because they don't they have their certain areas that they care about, and the disenfranchised and impoverished areas, they definitely don't care.
Yes,
They
yes.
don't relate, shall I say.
I think it's a statement that I've heard for many years, at least about 30 years. I
Mm.
say if I've been paying attention to politics, whether it's presidential or whether it's local judges or city council or mayor or
Mm.
whatever, is people just say all politicians lie, just like lawyers.
Mm.
That's
She
what.
said it. But no, definitely. And it's I don't even know if it's an intentional lie that they do, but like I said, I don't want to speculate. It's just that, you don't start out as a politician, you become one. And I strongly believe that. And time after time.
And probably, listen, I'm gonna retract that. Maybe say all of them don't lie, but I guess sometimes you can just pump it up to a degree that that it sound better that you pumped it up a little bit, and more so than staying on ground zero to saying, oh, that sound normal. Okay, but let me hype it up a little bit so it'll sound a little bit better. What I'm going to ask Miguel to do is if he would give the radio audience our phone number to call in. I don't have the information right here before me, but we want to get a call or two to call in case you got a question for Mr. Cates before we go off the air. I mean, if you're listening, my local St. Pete residents, and you know about the upcoming election for mayor, or you even know Mr. Cates, those that I know that I definitely contacted early this morning and say tune in and listen. I hope you're listening and that you did not forget about to look at my text to tune in and listen today. So let's go ahead and get a caller or two to call in if you'd like to ask Mr. Cates a question today. Would you give them the number?
Yes, the number is 727-637-2416. Again, that's 727-637-2416.
Thank you, Miguel. And we're going to be on for about another 15 minutes. So if you got a question for our candidate that's running for mayor, we want you to give us a call.
Yes,
and
no debate, vote Cates, August 29th, 2017. We're going to make it happen. And I just want to share something with y'all coming up. My father, he's from New Jersey, and he moved down in 1974. And every chance he got to tell us, he always say 16th Street, which is a prominent street here in St. Petersburg, Florida.
16th Street
16th
South.
Street South, sorry. And he always say, I moved here in 1974, and 16th Street looks the same. And that speaks volume when over 40 years the street still is the same, no positive economic development in the right direction. And it makes you think, what were these last mayors doing? Where was their focus? And we see downtown St. Petersburg thriving. It's growing by the day.
Now, downtown certainly does not look like it did 40 years ago.
No, it grows by the day. Every day they're putting up a new sky rise, and it's I commend it. We need the economic development. However, we cannot turn the eye to those blight and impoverished areas. We have to build up areas like the 22nd Street corridor, our Midtown St. Petersburg area, where we recently had a grocery store to close down, and we have to build up. And under these last three mayors for sure, who I know in my 27 years of living, Mayor Rick Kreisman, our current mayor, you have Mayor Bill Foster and Mayor Rick Baker, and I believe he's going to be running again this election.
What Rick have these Baker?
Yes, Rick Baker, and what have these mayors done in their tenure in office? Since 1974, you have our 16th Street corridor, our Midtown area, still impoverished. What have they been doing? But in other areas of the city is growing. It's continuing with a steady growth. But here you are,
where the money is being
in our impoverished areas where our disenfranchised citizens live. We cannot continue to neglect our citizens here in the city. We have to put a great economic plan together to grow that part of the city, because it's not just South Side St. Pete, it's not just North Side St. Pete. When people come to St. Petersburg, Florida, they come to the city of St. Petersburg, Florida. So we have to pay attention to what's going on in politics.
A question here. I want to ask you, what are the names of some other candidates that are running for mayor other than you?
Other than myself, you have Rick Kreisman, who's the now mayor. He's the
Yes, the
incumbent.
current mayor.
You
Yes.
have, I heard a Jesse, excuse me if I mispronounce his last name. I believe it's Naval or it could be Naval.
Okay.
You have Paul Conjimmy, who was a great friend of mine, and
Paul could
he,
Jimmy?
yeah, he always
Okay.
calls. He always calls and gives me praise and prayer, and he just tells me to keep fighting the fight, to keep running till you get your message out to the people. Realize
Yes.
that you are mayor qualified and that you will turn this city to a greater city and make it unity and incorporate everybody. And we also have and Rick Baker. He'll be, I
Rick
believe. I
Baker,
hear
okay.
he's running again. He hasn't
Okay.
came out yet. However, you have until June
Now, he was our
28th
mayor,
to
what, about
qualify.
10 years ago?
Yeah, he was before Bill Foster.
Yes, yeah.
It was Rick Baker, and
Yes.
yeah, it's when it comes to economic development in our impoverished areas, it's clear to see that they've done nothing. So, under what auspice are you running for? I mean, you had your chance. You didn't show up for our impoverished and blighted areas of our city. You let our people starve. You let our people go without affordable housing. As we can see today, there was actually an article where the average black household was paying on average 54% of their salary for housing, and Hispanics was around that, and I know under the Caucasians it was about 34% of their salary they pay on housing. However, in our blighted areas, you're talking 54% of the salary.
Yes,
I can't even
yes.
imagine paying 54% of my salary.
No,
That's
no
insane.
way. You know, see, running for mayor is probably the same concept I hold true to men and women that are running for the president of the United
Mm-hmm.
States. One thing for sure, one man cannot please everybody. Whether no matter what ethnic group you're part of or whatever, it's no way you can make all the right decisions all the time, because why? We're not perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so the thing about it is sometimes is they're campaigning and they promise to do this and that, but the thing about it is when you do get in office, yeah, there's agenda there, and you're thinking about okay, first people I got to please is those that really poured a lot into my campaign.
Yeah,
So
unfortunately.
yeah, so you got to hold true to that first, okay?
Those are the bought candidates.
Yes, those are the ones that you say, yeah, I gotta get to their agenda first. That's the first thing on the books, and then we'll see what happens thereafter. But the one thing I was gonna say is that anyone that is in office, a lot of times you do need to just keep in mind that you're the leader of all the people, and if you do something over here on the north side, we do need to do something over here on the south side too. All the little blessings don't need to be on the north side of Central.
Yes.
Right? And never crossing the street to go to the other side. So that's the only thing that I was going to say. It's easier for me to say I'm not in office as a mayor or, things like that, or other positions that where you are definitely the leader of quite a few people, the decisions that you make. So the only thing I wanted to say on that is that, yes, we do need great leaders in our community. We need community advocates and activists, and we do have them. And I know that a lot of them are really out there voicing their opinions and having events, but it's a big difference of just still having meetings and nothing getting done. I mean, we can just meet,
Yeah.
but certainly we do eventually want to see some results. We want to see some results eventually, and I just pray that our leaders sometime will take time to listen to the people.
Yes.
And not just make a decision and just say it don't matter, they'll get over it. No, that's not the
the
way it
case.
should be. Just make a decision, they'll get over. They're gonna voice their little thing, they're gonna be upset, but whatever. But really, anyone that's out there, a leader today, or whether you're in the city council or whatever, it just really makes a difference. Is that sometimes we would just have a heart for the people. I'm not trying to mold anybody or anything like, but just sometimes just really think about whether you're in a local business organization, local little agency, or you got your own nonprofit, or whatever you're doing, is that sometimes it really makes a difference when we treat each other, we treat people right, we treat them with kindness, we show respect, and with some dignity, but not to come in all the time and just scoop up everything and leave a certain section of the city untouched. Just kick to the curb,
Yes.
whatever like that. So
Yes.
it just because I try not to get too much involved in that, because I just know people will do what they want to, and those are the first ones they please, is those that contributed $250,000. They contributed $100,000, and so those are the ones I got to please first, and we'll see what we can do to those at the bottom of the level eventually.
Yes.
And sometimes it's nothing. That's right. So that being said, let me make a quick announcement, and we're going to come back with some closing words from Anthony. I want to announce that Matters of the Heart Radio and Connecting Point Ministry will be hosting our second annual spring brunch and fashion show that is going to be on Saturday, April 29th from 10:30 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. at Glad Tidings Assembly of God Church, 4200 17th Avenue North in St. Petersburg. The donations that we're asking, because this is a fundraiser from our nonprofit organization, which is Matters of the Heart. Many of you know that Matters of the Heart has been in the community for the last 10 years, hosting Thanksgiving turkey giveaways and food baskets, and also doing Toys for Tots at Christmas for children of families less fortunate and poverty-stricken families, and for sickle cell, children have sickle cell, cancer, all kind of things. So we've been doing this for the last 10 years. So we're starting our early fundraiser this year now for spring. And so adults cost will be $20. Youth ages 7 till 16, $8. And kids under 6, free. This is going to be a gala event that includes of delectable spring brunch. It's going to include entertainment and a fabulous fashion show with male models, female, and our youth. So I would like anyone to call me that if you're interested and if you'd like to be a model. I'd like for you to give me a call at 727-488-8818. Again, that number is 727-488-8818. Or just email me, princessdenise.8818@yahoo. If you have pen and paper, I'll give that again to you before I go off the air. But again, princessdenise.8818@yahoo if you want to send me an email. Also, vendors, if you like to come set up a vendor booth, jewelry, accessories, health products, insurance, anything that you're doing, vendor booths are available for $20 as well. Okay, so it's coming up soon. We had a great fashion show last year, and this year we want to take it to another level for it to be even greater. We had great participation, some beautiful models modeling their stylistic spring fashions. So if you want to be a part of it again, just give Princess Denise a call at 727-488-8818, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you there. Okay, and just a quick plug in for Reader's Choice Bookstore. If you're looking for where to purchase your Christian supplies, your books, whether they're devotional, motivational, inspirational, or science fiction, drama, romance, whatever. If you're looking to where to buy 100% shea butter, or your black soap, or your fragrances, or incense, or either calendars, African American calendars, just all kind of things. Gifts for your pastor, gifts for anyone in the ministry, for your robes and choir uniforms. You can get all that at Reader's Choice Bookstore, which is located at 4341 34th Street South in the great city of St. Petersburg. Phone number is 727-867-3696. Owner is Tangela Murph Bailey. That is the owner, and Tangela has been in business for about 20 years. And currently, to the best of my knowledge, she is the only Tampa Bay Christian black-owned business here with Christian Supplies. Black-owned for the last 20 years with your Christian Supplies. So, if in case you didn't know that, you want to go by there today. She's located up there in the Skyway Shopping Center, right near McDonald's, at 4341 34th Street South in St. Petersburg. So I told her I'll give her a shout out today. We're proud of you, Tangela, for doing holding strong and holding tight to your business and still going strong after 20 years. Our hats go off to you. So we're back with a few more minutes here to talk to Anthony. Now, Anthony, just in closing, why would you feel and hope that people, the word that you want to leave with people, that why they should go out and vote for you?
Well, once again, I am Anthony Cates III. I do want to thank Princess Denise Wright and 99.1 Jams for welcoming me on today. You could visit my website at www.anthonycates.com. My email, personal cell phone number, as it was in my first campaign. So
Okay.
when you call that number, you will reach the candidate and not a team. So in closing, I know we're almost off the air, but you can visit my website. My platform is there. I'm off of
We want your contact
affordable
information.
housing,
Yes.
economic development, youth education, and family education. So Anthony Cates, I want you to vote for me, obviously, because I'm of the people. Everything that I've done in my life has led me up to today and why I'm running. And I just want to see this city strive and thrive. I want to see our impoverished areas become prosperous areas, and with the plan and the team that I feel I have in place, we're going to do just that, because this campaign, it's not my campaign, it's the people's campaign. So the issues and things that you want done are the issues and that will be done. It's not just what I feel is best, it's what the people want. That's who's running this campaign. So I do once again want to thank you all for welcoming me on.
Well,
and
we're more than welcome.
Definitely.
I'm so glad of my son. I'm going to give him a shout out today, Mr. Toriana Parker. Thank you for recommending Mr. Cates to come in today. We're just grateful
I'm humble
for being a part of this today, and just hearing what you have to say.
Yes.
And knowing that people, like, if they've never if they happen to see your name on something, a banner or a sign out there, at least now they can say, I heard that guy on 99 Jams.
Yes.
And he was good.
Yes, and you can
And
visit
I like
me on
what
Facebook.
he said.
Yes,
And I like what he said.
Definitely.
So we're all for you. We wish you much success.
Thank you so
because,
much.
I know what it's like to be in campaigns. Last year I was in a nomination for being the radio host of the year, gospel radio host of the year, Tampa Bay. So I was so honored that one of my friends nominated me. Now I didn't win, but you know what I loved about it was all year long, when it started, like from January till October 1st, when the award show was, that just having your name nominated.
Yes.
And somebody
Yes,
thought enough
somebody
for you to
thought
put
of
your
it.
name in there.
Yes.
That's like, oh my goodness. When I started getting the emails like, you've been nominated, I was like, who in the world would do this? So for months, I didn't know
Yes.
who even did it. So I was just like, oh my God, who is paying attention to what I'm doing?
Believe it or not,
But
you're
that
being
night,
watched.
but that night when they called the names and just people just clapping and didn't even know me, that's what made me feel so good.
Yes.
This year, now they're having it again, but I'm grateful that no one has nominated me because I got a taste of that, but I just really just felt good. Now I got nominated for 2 things last year. So one of them was women that excel and achieve, and I
Yes.
got that one. And
Good.
this one was the other that was here. But so in the meantime, I can just keep on doing what I do because I love what I do.
Definitely.
And that's enough for me. You don't have
Thank
to
you.
all the time walk home with an award, but knowing that you are just giving of yourself when they do hear your voice.
Yes,
And
yes.
that represents who I am.
That says a
right
lot.
there. It
That
does.
says a
Okay.
lot.
So with that being said, we're at the end of this program with my special guest today, Anthony Cates III, and your radio host, Princess Denise Wright, of Matters of the Heart. Until we come back before you again on the first and second Saturdays of each month from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on 99 Jams. Have a blessed day.